This is the only film I watched twice at Cannes. लास्ट डे फ्लाइट से 2 घंटे पहले मेगालोपोलिस की आखिरी स्क्रीनिंग जिसमें कोपोला जी खुद प्रकट हो गए. मोर ऑन दैट इन अ बिट. Hey all, my name is Sucharita. Welcome back to my channel where I'm taking my sweet time bringing to you selected reviews from the things I watched at Cannes this year. Abhi, Francis Ford Coppola ki magnum opus to end all magnum opuses, Megalopolis, starring Adam Driver and about a million others.
The dialogue about them, that basically is a utopia.
Nothing one has read or heard about this film that's been cooking inside the filmmaker's head for about 50 years can prepare one for what one is about to experience. There is not a whole lot of time to kill at Cannes when you're there, and to watch a movie twice means you're certainly making a mad dash from one place to the next. But I absolutely could not leave without a second viewing of this film, so I found 2 extra hours on my last day, for which I'm glad. 3 hours actually, with the lining up and everything. Now, in this film, we are in New Rome. 3rd millennium, 21st century, I think. Make of that what you will. But ये फिल्म ऐसी है कि अगर 2 बार आंखें गड़ा के देखा भी है आपने तो भी पूरा यकीन नहीं होगा अपने ही दिमाग पर कि जो देखा वो सही था या नहीं था. The film opens with an inscription asking you कि insatiable appetite for power of a few men, इसके लिए क्या और एम्पायर गिरेंगे, गिरने चाहिए, गिरने देंगे? As you ponder over this question, इलेक्शन चल रहे हैं, नेताओं के कैंपेनिंग के विजुअल सामने आते हैं, गजा में जो नरसंहार हो रहा है उसके विजुअल्स आंखों के सामने आपके तैरते हैं. फिर एकदम फटाफट आपकी मुलाकात होती है विद द प्रोटैगनिस्ट सीजर कैटलीना. ये बंदा जो है डिज़ाइन अथॉरिटी का चेयरमैन है, नोबेल प्राइज विनिंग आर्किटेक्ट है जिसने बनाया है एक नया मटेरियल विच इज़ कॉल्ड द मेगालॉन. इससे बिल्डिंग्स भी बन सकती हैं और कपड़े भी बन सकते हैं. जैसा प्लास्टिक का आविष्कार हुआ होगा कभी किसी ज़माने में, एंड पीपल मस्ट हैव लॉस्ट देयर माइंड्स अबाउट दिस मटेरियल दैट विल लास्ट फॉर एवर, ओनली टू लेटर रियलाइज, ओ माई गॉड, इट्स actually going to last forever and probably kill the planet. Megalon is also hotly debated. Perhaps it's because architects create buildings and structures that become emblematic of the time period for people to see for centuries and millenniums. Catalina in this universe has the literal ability to stop time. Burdened with the responsibility of his own gift, in the very first scene he's about to jump off a watchtower. But as he steps off the ledge, he stops time and steps back. Catalina is also standing for mayoral elections. Uske opposition mein hai Franklin Cicero, played by Giancarlo Esposito. Sorry for my pronunciation. Cicero is an old school conservative, a fan of tradition, but not one to shy away from bending a few rules himself. The two are at each other's throats, but things get complex when Cicero's only child, his daughter Julia, played by Nathalie Emmanuel, gets romantically involved with Catalina. I mean, who wouldn't? It's Adam Driver. As you can tell, most, if not all, names of the main characters in this film are taken from famous Roman historical figures, means Coppola is not making it easy on his viewers. Every name, every outfit, every headgear, stroke of eyeliner has significance, and hence the only way to breeze through Megalopolis is if you already know everything about everything and you've read every book in existence. For lesser mortals like me, 2 viewings are a must. The first to absorb the shock and the second to follow the plot, which mercifully and almost magically simplifies once you get over the initial jaw-drop reaction to this gigantic film.
Is this society? Is this way we're living the only one that's available to us?
Writing about Megalopolis is like being in a relationship with an actual human. It's the most wondrous, most beautiful sight you've ever laid eyes upon. Sunlight and beauty emanating from its each pore. But there are also moments you want to have nothing to do with it. You want to sleep on the sofa, wishing you'd never met this person. Adam Driver yelling a to be or not to be speech unprovoked is beautiful to witness because of the sheer power this man exudes. But it does hit you like a ton of bricks. Aubrey Plaza as a go-getter media vixen stereotype is every crazy woman written by a man you've ever seen before. She has ambition and she uses sex and her body as devices to get where she wants. However, the actor, who's named Wow Platinum here, is magnetic, and despite the 1.5 note character given to her, it is impossible to look away each time Wow is on the screen, pulling a face at someone or at the camera. Megalopolis demands to be experienced and surrendered to, as cliché perhaps as this description may sound. The irony is not lost on me because the film is anything but a cliché. The actors themselves seem to be treating it like a sum of its parts, taking it a day at a time. Nathalie Emmanuel's dialogue seems like it's veering more towards a live operatic performance, while Shia LaBeouf, as a popular Trump-esque political figure whose entire campaign is hinged on talking in rhymes and provocative slogans, is pulling out all the dramatic acting for cinema stops. The film itself exists in the past and the future. It's a warning and a directive. Coppola is addressing nearly every thought that's perhaps crossed his mind. He has questions about science, purity, capitalism, modern-day royalty, ambition versus greed, importance of an unbiased media, and do our existing systems and structures need an overhaul because our institutions are just so burdened? That Megalopolis might be deeply personal to Coppola became even more evident when, in my screening, the filmmaker showed up in the theatre and made everyone take a pledge with him about justice, peace, humanity. In the film, Catalina wants to name his son Francis. The filmmaker wants to enter his world of Megalopolis. He wants to come alive in it once again from childhood and live through it till the end of time as the world revolves on the same axis, as history repeats itself, tyrants rise and are defeated, and people who think outside the box are vilified for being too disruptive. Another Francis must be born to tell these complex stories once again. ये फिल्म कब रिलीज होगी कब नहीं one doesn't know, but if you enjoy movies as puzzles and you like to find your own meanings in them, infer and fancy yourself a bit of a sleuth, there will hardly be a more enjoyable 2 hours 18 minutes you might ever spend. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Megalopolis is 85 years. That's his age. Alright, up next we're going to talk about Sandhya Suri ki film Santosh starring Shahana Goswami. I hope you've been watching my other coverage from the festival on this channel and you're subscribing. There's a big red button right underneath it. My name is Sucharita. Thank you for stopping by.